Oh my god, I cannot believe I just said that out loud. Flushed. I was sitting there, thinking my usual thoughts, mind wandering, and then somehow, in the middle of conversation, it just slipped. I mean, how does that even happen? One second I'm casually chatting, the next second the words are out and suddenly, everything feels different. Her eyes widened, her jaw slightly dropped, and I could feel every single person in the room turning their attention towards us. My heart started racing like it was trying to escape my chest. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I thought, this is bad. Really, really bad. I froze, words stuck in my throat, my mind scrambling to think of something, anything, that could fix this disaster. But she didn't immediately respond. She just stared, a mix of disbelief and, maybe amusement. I couldn't tell. My brain was screaming, run, hide, disappear, but my body was glued to the chair. Then she laughed. A short, sharp laugh, the kind that makes your stomach drop while also making you slightly relieved because it wasn't a full-blown scolding. I wanted to disappear, but at the same time, I couldn't stop noticing how perfect that laugh sounded. Her next words were sharper, teasing, yet somehow playful. You really said that out loud? Are you serious? She said, tilting her head, eyes sparkling with a mix of shock and humor. My face went red instantly, and I felt my friends stifling their laughter in the background. My mind was spinning. How do I respond to that without making it worse? I tried a weak chuckle. I didn't mean it like that. But everyone already knew. The room was alive with tension and laughter simultaneously. I looked at my friends, hoping for some support, but all I got were smirks and knowing glances. The silence after my words had been deafening, and now it was filled with laughter at my expense. I realized, right then, that my one thought had become the highlight of the room. Then she did something unexpected. She didn't just stop at teasing, she leaned slightly forward, mocked seriously, and continued, wow, that's bold. I didn't expect you to say that out loud. And it wasn't mean, it was funny, shocking, and perfectly timed. My heart was still racing, but I couldn't help laughing. Every single detail, from the way her eyebrows lifted to the slight smirk forming, was perfect. My brain was trying to process what had just happened while my mouth stayed shut, thankfully, this time. As she spoke, I realized how unpredictable reactions can be. One tiny slip, one accidental word, and the situation transforms entirely. Her friends were whispering and giggling, everyone watching, some probably secretly hoping I'd say something even more ridiculous, but at this point, I didn't care. I was trapped in this hilarious, awkward, unforgettable moment. Her teasing continued, a mix of sarcasm and playfulness. She started narrating the moment, exaggerating my slip for comedic effect, and I was sitting there, face red, trying not to laugh too loudly. It was impossible. I couldn't escape the humor and sheer ridiculousness of what had happened. Every time I looked at her, her expression kept changing, shock, mock anger, laughter, all within seconds. Then she did the part that really got me. She playfully accused me of thinking aloud at the worst possible time, and her timing was immaculate. I could see in everyone's eyes that this was now entertainment. I was part of a story that would be remembered and laughed about for days. And the ironic part, it was all my fault. My innocent thought had somehow turned into the best thing that happened all day. At this point, I started narrating internally, mentally reviewing what had happened, the slip, the reaction, the laughter, the teasing. I realized that life has these moments that are beyond planned, beyond expectation, and beyond embarrassment. They just happen, and sometimes, they are incredibly funny. My face was still red, but my laughter matched everyone else's. I couldn't believe it, this accidental comment had taken on a life of its own. Her friends were now fully involved, joking and laughing along with the moment, and I was stuck in the middle. But strangely, it wasn't painful embarrassment anymore. It was excitement, adrenaline, and humor all rolled into one. I learned that a perfectly timed response can turn disaster into entertainment. She didn't just respond, she owned it, and made sure that everyone, including me, would remember this moment forever. I tried to regain composure, telling myself to breathe, to think, to stop laughing, but every glance in her direction made me laugh harder. She noticed, of course, and started teasing me even more, each word perfectly timed, each look just right. It was like watching a masterclass in reaction and timing, and I was the unintentional star. Then came the part that really cemented it, the ending of the interaction. She gave me one final look, playful but victorious, and said something that I will never forget. Everyone erupted into laughter, and I realized that the moment had fully turned around. What started as an embarrassing slip of the tongue had become the funniest moment of the day. I sat back, laughing, my heart racing, and thought about how unpredictable life is. A single accidental thought spoken out loud had created a story that would be retold, laughed about, and remembered. I learned something important that day: humor, timing, and a little bit of luck can turn even the worst situations into the most unforgettable experiences. So, if you've ever said something you didn't mean to, or had a moment where your brain betrayed your mouth, remember, sometimes those moments make the best stories. Share your own story in the comments below, hit that like button if you laughed or cringed with me, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life moments that are just as wild, shocking, and hilarious as this one. Thank you for watching, and remember, always be careful with what you say, because you never know how beyond belief the reply might be. Tears of joy fire.